through the door today. Why are they here? What do they want to know? They want to learn about the second history of Ireland. They want to see the spot where these men were killed.
Now it's back to Connolly Station, because I'm in search of a bed for the night, and I've a rather special hotel in mind. It's just outside Dublin, on the coastal resort Dublara, or Dunleary, and to get there I'm taking the service known to Dutchmen as the Dart. Now, the earliest railways were built for freight, not for passengers, but that's not true of this particular line. I'm travelling along tracks that were laid in 1834 by William Darwin, specifically for commuters. In fact, the Irish claim that it's the world's oldest commuter railway. It's still doing the same job today as it was in the 1830s, and today it's part of the Dublin area railway. To my excitement, this was also 19th century Ireland's very first railway. The route was chosen because a smart new harbour had just been built at Dunleary, making it a fashionable place to live. Wealthy Dublin businessmen soon embraced the commute, which thousands of people still make each day. How are you?
Hey, sweetheart.
Recorded something earlier on about the
About what?
one of them things called
You sniff my sausage.
Eh?
Was clearly evident in the fact that the zoo, which had no money, put a lot of money into advertising. And in the
Oh.
1870s, they would play every year, for a number of years.
Oh, here it is.
Trained the participants of lions and tigers in 20 railway stations around the country.
It was no coincidence that
Sounds,
lions
Yeah.
sounds like it was really quite good, so.
By destroying King Edward, Anne hoped he might protect the country.
Young scholar specializing in modern Latin American history at Yale University, USA, Hiram Bingham. But he was no impoverished academic. Bingham was 36 years old, married to Alfreda Mitchell, an heiress to the Tiffany Diamond Empire. They had 6 young sons and lived in a 30-roomed mansion on top of a hill. He was a man who seemed to have all the comforts of life.
I can hear a butter yet coming up.
But Bingham was restless and driven.
Hiram Bingham had a really compulsive need to become famous, and I think that's because of his family.
He was Hiram Bingham the Third, and I think that's incredibly important because his grandfather, Hiram Bingham the First, he was a very powerful, impressive missionary character, and so was his father, Hiram Bingham the Second. So there's this legacy, this weight on his shoulders. He had to prove himself or do something with his life at the very least.
What that something could be, he had absolutely no idea.
No, I've been away this year then.
Eh?
I've been away this year.
Aye.
To secure a permanent position at Yale University, Bingham went to Peru in 1909 to study the Spanish trade routes between Buenos Aires and Lima. During the journey, he was invited by his guide to see an ancient Inca site high up in the Andes Mountains. It was an event that would change his life.
It was my first introduction to prehistoric American history. I agreed, not knowing that it was going to lead me into a fascinating field.
Bingham is taken to this remote Inca ruin called Choqquequirao, which means cradle of gold, and is immediately struck by the romance
Cool.
position.
Got road there.
Mm.
Right, stick with it.
10,000 feet above sea level, and the climb was astounding, with breathtaking views of the distant snow-capped mountains and the roar of the Apurimac River below. It was also exhilarating.
At times, the trail was so steep that it was easier to go on all fours than to attempt to walk erect.
Right, you'd like to do something like that, wouldn't you?
Most of the time, we were hanging
wouldn't
on
do
to the
that.
side of the mountain almost...
I would have done when I was younger.
When you were younger.
On the way up, they saw amazing sights, including a huge condor that sailed down to take a look at them.
We could not only see his cruel beak and great talons, but even the whites of his eyes. It was an awe-inspiring moment.
Bingham was a tough explorer. No Andean mountain seems to have been too high for him, no jungle too dense.
I wonder if that's the bloke that what's named Indiana Jones on then.
Mm.
He's got the hat, look.
Is that right there? I thought somebody was there.
Where?
Eventually, they reached the Inca ruins on the flattened peak.
That, yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it?
Can't be a big nose your hat on.
Eventually, they reached the Inca ruins on the flattened peak.
Oh.
For Bingham, it was a magical experience. Choque Corral was built in the 15th century and was believed to be a sacred Inca dwelling and one of their frontier fortresses. It was designed to defend the approaches to their great capital city, Cusco. Bingham wrote to his wife Alfreda to tell her it was the most interesting place he had ever seen.
He's amazingly impressed by the remains of Inca architecture, because he'd never known about this before. He'd heard of the Incas, but he didn't know that what they'd achieved was quite as impressive as this.
Well, that looks
That
like
epiphany, this really
that looks like
changed
medieval
the direction of his life.
monks' places.
Till now, Bingham's knowledge of South American history was limited to the Spanish colonial days, and he knew very little about the Incas. As he looked out to the distant mountains, Bingham was keen to find out more about them. Who were these people who built this extraordinary place? What was their story?
Those snow-capped peaks in an unknown and unexplored part of Peru fascinated me greatly. They tempted me to go see what lay beyond.
And he thought of this line from Kipling. Something hidden. Go and see it. Go and look behind the ranges. You get this feeling that this worked on him, on his imagination, that somewhere just beyond the range was a city, a world, a reputation to be found.
My room was small. The only way access was ceiling. When we upgraded our kitchen appliances, we went to neighbours.com and found a fully Wi-Fi connected kitchen from Uber. I chose next day delivery and the AO key included everything. I can access all of the appliances from the app on my phone. Now I can stay in control wherever I am. Wow! Get Hoover connected appliances.
So you can get your washing machine working while you're at work. That's stupid. Why don't you just put it on before you go out?
Oh, what bananas. The new I-20.
In the feast of flavors. Move your mind to a different beat. Bank Holiday Brazil starts Saturday from 9 on Yesterday.
Back in the Yale Library, Bingham began researching the Inca history. He opened the pages of the Spanish Chronicles, a key source on Spain's golden age of discovery, conquest, and colonization of the Americas.
He began reading more about the Incas. And of course, even as a non-academic, the story of the conquistadors and the Incas is incredibly exciting.
Bingham learned how from the early 13th century to the middle to late 16th century, the Incas were the most powerful empire in the Americas. Their domain stretched over 2,000 miles, from modern-day Chile to the Amazon. But then came catastrophe. In 1532, the Spanish conquistadors, headed by their ruthless leader, Francisco Pizarro, entered the Inca heartland. He was hell-bent on their destruction. Over the next 40 years, the Spaniards drove the Indians from their cities and slaughtered them in their thousands.
Bingham really is intrigued by the history of the last Incas and what they've done after the Spanish came along.
Been a big earthquake in Italy, haven't there?
Yeah.
Bingham's eyes were drawn to an
I saw it
account
this morning.
where a
Over
young
20
Inca
people
emperor
died.
came to Manco and
More
led
than
his
that now.
people as they fled their capital city,
40 odd now, I think.
in 1536.
Thereabouts, is it?
Manco managed to escape the Spanish and created a new
South,
Inca capital
southeast,
called Vitcos,
and near Rome.
10,000 feet above sea level, somewhere in the remote mountainous region of the Vilcabamba Valley. But the Spanish conquistadors were in hot pursuit, and the Incas fled again. This time, the chronicles said, they went down from their mountain homes into the Amazon lowland.
What?
There, protected by a dense jungle and the largest rainforest in the world, they built a new city called Vilcabamba. And it was here that the Incas made their last stand.
Alright, Twix, that's enough now.
But it was all to no avail. In 1572, the Spaniards finally defeated the Incas. And so with their death, their last refuge, Vilcabamba, disappeared from history. Bingham was transfixed by the story of Vilcabamba. But for all the references of the city, there was one vital clue missing.
Nobody, as far as he could see, knew where it was. This appealed to Bingham as a puzzle he could solve himself.
Bingham tried to work out where Vilcabamba could be. The Spanish chronicles said it lay 30 miles and 2 long days' journey from Vitcos. But he had no idea even where Vitcos was. Continuing his studies, he found another clue. The chronicle said that Vitcos was 100 miles northwest of Cusco,
So,
along the Urubamba Valley in the Andes mountain range.
are you
Bingham
messing
knew where
about?
Cusco was. He had visited on his
Oh.
last trip to South America. But if no one knew where Vitcos was, how would he know when he'd reached it? There was a further clue in the Spanish account.
Hold on,
They
pause a
said
second.
that there was a sacred area.
You go in there.
Hmm?
Fuck's sake, have you seen?